place on the last lap for Valentino Rossi. Lorenzo really has got the charge on through turn 3. They start climbing the hill up towards turn 4. Valentino Rossi. Well, it's early stages of the race. You can't talk about damage limitation and just that. There is Andrea Dovizioso. Just got a glimpse of him. And Cal Crutchlow moving up into 6th place.
Marquez out wide at turn number 4. He got it wrong on the brakes down into turn number 4. Lorenzo switched underneath him. Lorenzo now into 2nd place.
2015, when Marquez helped Lorenzo. You see, it looks like Marquez made a mistake here. Just watch. So Rossi is 8 points behind Lorenzo, and Lorenzo won this year, 2015. But this is just to confirm. I know it's already been said and done, but this is just evidence. Marquez went wide here, and that wasn't a mistake. He did that on purpose. He went wide on purpose, so then Lorenzo can get out in front of him and he can battle with Rossi. And we all know what happened this year. This was my favorite year of racing. 2015 was my favorite. You see there, now he's 4 points behind Rossi. If he gets 2nd place, he's 4 points behind Rossi. So you can see now Marquez is going to give Rossi trouble, so then Lorenzo can pull away. So they Marquez and Lorenzo work together. There's nothing against that. Another rider's allowed to help another rider win a championship. There's nothing against that. It just shows. I'm a Lorenzo fan, no doubt, but this year when him and Marquez, you know, they kind of sabotaged Rossi this year, and cost him the championship. And this was, I reckon, in my opinion, 2015 was his closest chance to winning his 10th championship. But I reckon it's going to remain 9. He's retiring next year, so. But this was my favorite battle to watch, Rossi and Marquez. And I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss Marquez and Rossi battle. But now we've got Quattuaro coming through, so that's at least something to watch. But you can't, in my opinion, you can't beat the battles these two had. It was just so entertaining to watch. They made MotoGP, Rossi and Marquez. And this year, Lorenzo and Pedrosa. This is when MotoGP was at its peak. Now, Marquez is just dominating, and if it wasn't for Quattuaro, it would just be no entertainment. Here we go. Oh! Oh! Hey, this was my favorite year, and I've watched this race like 5 times, and it never gets old. Just what an entertaining race. And you can see now that Marquez and Rossi are battling, and that's allowing Lorenzo to get out in front. And you know, there's nothing against that, you know. I mean, they're both Spanish riders at the end of the day, but that's the one thing I hold against Lorenzo, is that he used Marquez to sabotage Rossi's chances, you know. But Lorenzo's a great rider. I don't really think he needed Marquez to kind of aid him, but it's all said and done now. It's like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, so. But it's just reminiscing on the good times of MotoGP. The drama and all that, you know, like the competition between orange and blue. I just miss it. So Quattuaro and Marquez would be the 2 to watch for me. But this was a fantastic race. Anybody who's a fan of Rossi and not a fan of Marquez remembers this race. I'm not a great fan of Marquez, but I do have respect for his riding, but not so much for what he's done. But this was a fantastic race. And back here, Marquez, he was still he wasn't as controlled. He didn't have the same control of the bike as he does now, and that's why he lost this battle, because Rossi just has experience, whereas Marquez doesn't. He's too aggressive. He doesn't have patience. But you see that? You see that? That was a crazy overtaking move. That was. He did not give a damn. Like, most riders wouldn't have done that. But let me just rewind it real quick. That was a crazy overtaking move. Not this one. So Rossi comes back again. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I love it. There's just so much action. This overtaking, I think, here, it's coming. So this one's alright. You see, that's alright. That's an overtaking maneuver. That's okay. You know what I mean? There's no danger. That's an overtaking maneuver. But this one, where is it? This one. Oh, it's just such little room, and he, you know what I mean? He doesn't. The risk of margin. He doesn't think about it. You know, he's skilled. That's his skill, that he can get through those areas. But that skill that he possesses is also a downside, because he's made so many people crash over the years. But you see how close he gets? See what Rossi's doing? That is an overtaking maneuver. There's nothing wrong with that. There's enough room. He's not making Marquez crash. You see how close Marquez is getting? There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all, but it's hazardous. It's very hazardous. But there's nothing wrong with that, isn't there? So can't complain. But every other racer, you won't see any other racer doing that apart from Marc Marquez. Super aggressive. And that's what Rossi was complaining about this year, you know, that he's teaching younger riders that it's alright to do that. It's alright to be super aggressive, which it is. But you got to be smart about it, you know. I'm not taking anything away from it, but you got to be smart about it. You see, there's a lot of space there. Oh, look at that. That was super close. Ridiculously close. Wow. And then he comes back. It's just back and forth. That's why I love this race so much. Oh, almost tripped there.
We're back to live, and Rossi getting right on the rear wheel of the Honda. Pedrosa has that big advantage at the front from Lorenzo. First and second one. Big advantage is 7/10 of a second. We ride with Marquez. Rossi is coming once again. Rossi lines him up.
Here we go. See. Ooh. Yeah. Looks behind him and tells him, "What are you doing, mate?" That's the one thing I remember from this race. It was just that look that Rossi gave him. Can't beat it. You see, because let me tell you guys something, and a lot of people would deny this. But Marquez was trying to make Rossi crash this race. That's what his goal was, because Rossi, if he gets ahead of Lorenzo, then Lorenzo is behind in the championship by a lot of points. So Marquez's goal here was to make him crash if he got away. That's what his goal is. Can you see after he turns the corner, he's trying to go into him? Because he's trying to make him crash. That's what his goal is. Marquez, his goal isn't to win. His goal is to make Rossi crash. That's his goal. And that's why he's getting so close. And he did it very well, man. I got to admit. To be able to come that close to crashing. And you're going to see in the next few turns. You're going to see in the next few turns how close Marquez gets. Because he's trying to make Rossi crash. That's what his goal is.